Myself and Emily competed at the European International Championship at the Excel Center in London, taking on nearly 3,000 other trainers for the title of European Champion. Not only experiencing our first ever taste of professional Pokemon TCG, we also checked out the pop-up Pokémon Center, met up with friends, played side events, and more. This is our EUIC Pokemon adventure.
So it's currently 2:30 in the morning and our bus is at 3:10 in the centre of town. So we're going to be leaving in a minute, walking down to get our bus. We really must be mad for leaving at this time in the morning, but at least we get into London for about 6:30. We have some breakfast, and from there we got a few things planned before we head into the XL.
Our coach journey would take around 3.5 hours to get to London, where I really struggled to sleep, but we arrived in one piece at Victoria Station, where we found a lovely Witherspoons and had a full English breakfast to lift our spirits and give us the energy boost we'd need as we navigated our way through the London Underground.
So we're on the Underground now, heading towards XL. We've just been to the Bandai store and done One Piece, and we've figured out the Underground. We've navigated it, so we should get there in time. And then we're going to meet up with a familiar face before we get to the Pokémon Center. So we've got 5 stops, and we cannot wait to get to XL and see a lot of familiar faces. It's going to be amazing, you guys. Cannot wait. Let's go to the pop-up shop. After waiting patiently to enter the Pokémon Center pop-up, we got given special access to the front of the line with a huge thanks to Amy and her little one on board. Walking into the centre was like entering the chocolate factory, as there was so much to see and buy. I found a Blastoise! Do you want it? Me and John were just trying to process everything happening around us, but we made sure to grab at least one of every EUIC exclusive available, including some packs to open up later on. Walls were just filled with so much product we hadn't even seen before. Pokémon hats, Hisuian plushies, all the One Company Pokeballs, a wall filled with sitting cuties, and of course, the giant plushie collection. So we made it into the Pokémon Center, and boy are we going to be broke.
I'm definitely going to go in my overdraft.
Oh well, this is what we come for. It's a holiday. Let's spend it like a holiday. We got some great goodies, guys, and we'll show you when we get back to the hotel.
Next on our list, it was time to sign in and pick up our competitor badges, where we got through the queue very quickly and used the QR code we were emailed just before the event to sign in, and were presented with our competitor badge along with some exclusive goodies for competing as well. So after registering and going around the Pokémon Center, we have finally checked into the hotel. It's like 4 o'clock in the afternoon. We are absolutely knackered on 0 sleep, basically. I'm surprised we're still standing. But I thought, while we're chilled, let's check out all of our exclusives. Here we go. So in our goodie bag that you would have seen us got, we ended up with our competitor mats. So we've got one each. We've got a hat each. We've got a deck box each, sleeves, and the competitor pin, which I think looks really cool, actually. I kind of wish like that's all we needed, rather than like the huge lanyard, but the lanyard is really cool this year. We ended up finding another hat. You know me, I like my flat hat caps rather than the curved ones, because the curved ones make me look like an American trucker. We ended up getting only one of the exclusive Dyson coin, but we both did get a deck box, double deck box, and sleeves each. And of course, a mat each, which has got Cerage and the Armorage on it. And while we were there in the Pokemon Center, we also found the Pixel Pokemon mat, which apparently has been sold out on the Pokemon Center for quite a while. So Emily was definitely happy to pick up one of those. And we got some more pins, exclusive pins, all the way down to, of course, an Eevee pin. Of course, Emily was going to pick up one of those. And got a good mix of sleeves. Very nice mix of sleeves, including the Pixel Pokemon sleeves, some Lucario sleeves. So yeah, that's kind of like the most of our haul, but we also had to stop off at the Sitting Cuties. Look at them, they're so cute. It is 2 different Giratinas. You've got the Origin Form Giratina and the normal Giratina. And of course, Emily had to pick up 2 more Evolutions to go home. You're going to see them. You're going to see them. They're going to be sat next to their giant counterparts. And then, of course, the Caterpie has been sold out on the Pokémon Center for so long, and we got a Caterpie. It's so cute. So yeah, that's the majority of our haul. I'm wearing also an exclusive shirt as well.
I got a new Gario shirt, but I'll probably wear that tomorrow because I'm knackered and I want to look nice and refreshed for tomorrow for my last haul.
Yes. So it's going to be another long day tomorrow. It's still going to be a really long day today as well. We're going back to meet up with more friends.
All the friends.
All the friends.
Pokemon friends are the best.
So we're going to end up hanging out with them probably until we need to come back and get some sleep.
Well, I mean, it's battles, so obviously we'll see in between our battles and everything, won't we?
Yeah. So we'll keep you guys posted. Let's get on with the day then.
Woo! Just found the Newport Cruise!
Hanging out with friends is always the best. Talking Pokemon, catching up, opening packs and pulling some spice. We then decided to go out for food and found this amazing pizzeria converted from a double-decker bus, and the pizza was so delicious. We will definitely be back again in the future. We highly recommend it. And after this long day finally coming to an end, we were so excited for what tomorrow would bring. But we'd have another early start in the morning with breakfast at 7, the opening ceremony, and then round 1 pairings at 8:45. It was finally time to go to sleep.
Everybody stay calm. What's the procedure, everyone? What's the procedure? Stay calm!
Okay. Just slept in. I missed the opening ceremony. We did.
This is what happens when you
have 2 days of no
when
sleep.
you have 2 days of no sleep.
Oh my.
We didn't really get into our room and probably settled until about sort of 10:30.
It's a room that had blackout curtains, so
Yeah.
that kept sleep forever, that did.
Both our alarms didn't go off. My phone died during the night.
My phone was on silent, so I didn't hear any of the phone calls from everyone, so don't worry, we're here now. We're not going to miss our first game at least.
Yeah, we won't miss round 1, but Jesus.
Oh, we're so unfit for this.
You are.
Yeah.
You can tell someone's out of breath.
Yes. Well, the thing is, we've got a match.
Yeah, we've got.
ready
Luckily,
to go.
we're ready to go.
Okay.
So let's
Good luck.
get to round 1 and see what happens.
After going through the security check, we finally made our way into the main play hall, which was huge. There were thousands of Pokemon fans all in one place, which just made the atmosphere unlike anything we'd ever experienced before as players. It wasn't long before we got our first pairings and found our seats for round 1. Silence fell as the announcer welcomed us, introduced the event and how everything would run for our day of play. With 9 rounds ahead of us and not knowing what decks we would face, it was time for our first major tournament to begin.
Thousands of tears later.
Right, just a little update on my round 1. I went up against a Giratina Lost Box decks, so it went interesting. So I was very proud of my deck, how it performed, but unfortunately I couldn't get to a second energy on my Roaring Moon.
What?
I had so many cards in my discard pile that I could have taken out both the Giratinas that had Pokemon Catcher and Boss's Order, and I just couldn't find that second energy, which caused me to lose the game. But it sounds like the other guys have done really well. I'm in a group chat, sounds like there'll be a lot of winners in our group, so well done guys, and now I need to go on and wait for my second pairing and game 2.
So I won game 1. Not a bad win. Won both my games, and I almost scooped game 2 though, because I had such a bad start. And I got to my Greninja and I was like, right, if my Greninja doesn't find me anything I need, I'm just going to scoop, we'll go game 3. And then it kept finding all the pieces I need, all the superior energy retrievals. It got me Pokestop, and I just kept going from there, and it just snowballed into a win.
Just then.
Oh no, what have I done? What have I done?
So round 2's over. It was up against Emmy from the US. It was lovely meeting you, hun. We had a great battle. She was playing Chen Pao. I've beaten John's Chen Pao deck plenty of times. I thought, yes, I've got this in the bag. Unfortunately, there was an Iona in there, and that got rid of my hand. And then there was also circumstances similar to my last game where I couldn't get the second energy in time to actually power up Roy Moon to get some knockouts. And when I thought I had a chance, I didn't realise she had 2 prize cards left, and she took it out the big moon, and that caused the last prize cards. So we did 2 matches. I lost them both, but it was so on the cusp, it was ridiculous. So well done, Emmy. That was a great battle, and girl power TCG, you know? Let's support all the women TCG players out there. I love it.
2 hours later.
So round 2, I didn't get a chance to give you the results, but I ended up losing. After the deck check, we got an extra 16 minutes extra time, which our game 1 took up all the rest of what was left of time. Then we went into round 2, in game 2, sorry, with our with the 16 minutes, and I bricked so hard. I had like 5 energies in hand. I was like, oh god, let's just play this out, see what happens. But he got set up so quickly, and yeah, I ended up scooping as we ran out of the rest of our time. So yeah, lost round 2. Round 3 went up against this weird Pidgeot Ursaluna stall deck. It was a really interesting build. Game 1 absolutely won. It was great. I was feeling quite confident going into game 2, but game 2 I didn't get set up fast enough. He got set up a little bit faster than me. The Ursaluna being able to get like 2 cards like from the discard pile back every turn is really good. But I ended up decking out as we went into time, so we ended up in a tie. So my record so far is 1-1-1, 1 win, 1 loss, 1 draw.
I just did round 3 with Matthew from New Jersey. Thank you so much. It was a great game. Match up with Roaring against Chen Pao. Unfortunately, he couldn't quite defeat me in round 1, and then obviously finding the cards to round 2 was quite hard. So I actually won my first game ever at the EUIC, so I'm very happy. Thank you so much for playing, Matthew. It was lovely meeting you. I hope you've enjoyed the rest of EUIC. But let's go and drop this in, you know, my first winning slip. Here we go. Thank you so much. Cheers.
We had a longer wait than usual for round 4, but while we were waiting, Emily and Pixelmon got asked to do an interview about women playing in the Pokemon TCG, and talked about their background, the Pokemon fandom, their EUIC experience, and a lot more. But afterwards our pairings were up, and it was time to battle.
A little longer than a few minutes later.
So John's just joined me after my round 4 matchup. We both went against Charizard. How was your matchup with Charizard?
I lost the dice roll.
No?
I lost game 1, I won game 2, and I lost game 3.
So with me, I went up against Lydia from Nottingham. It was a great battle. I came this close. I've actually got 2 Charizards in my first round. One with Big Moon, one with Little Moon. But I just didn't have enough to get the last 2 prizes to win. And on my second go, I just needed to discard 2 more ancient Pokemon in my discard, and I would have had enough power to take out her Charizard to get my last prizes and draw the match, but I just couldn't find the last 2 ancient Pokemon. But it has been a great matchup for Charizard, and an eye-opener for me, so now I know what I need to aim for, and maybe something I can add to the deck in future, like something to boost up Roaring Moon's attack to get over Charizard with that. So, on to round 5?
On to round 5. It was during this round where you could really start to see where people were dropping out of the tournament, and gaps were starting to appear between tables, but we weren't deterred and were carrying on grinding.
Round 5, I was up against Scott from Coventry, and it was my first time seeing Iron Hands and Iron Crown together, so that was a very interesting matchup. Lots of electrics, lots of Amp You Very Much, which take 2 prize cards, which is not good when you're playing a single prize hand. So you think you could survive with probably maybe 1 prize, but oh no, not today. So both matches, unfortunately, I just need some tool removers and maybe some hand destruction in the future, but it's very good knowledge. So Scott, thank you for giving me the tips. I will put them forward in future deck builds, and thank you for battling me. Wish you best of luck for the rest of the match. Whilst we were hanging out before our round 6, a couple of familiar faces appeared. Collector Sunny, Lottie and Sam from Chibi Collectibles walked past and stopped by to say hello. Chibi Collectibles had to show off some beautiful cards, including his prized possession, the 2016 Art Academy Primal Kyogre EX card. With the new pairings announced, I went up against a very surprising deck. Just finished round 6 against Glenn from Cardiff, and I was against the Goldano deck. So my first time being matched up with Goldano, it was so interesting to see how Goldano works. So was a heavy hitter, got the energy cards, could take out my Rory Moons, but at the end of the day I managed to win both my matches, and I had such a fun time playing against you, Glenn, so thank you so much. I hope you've enjoyed the rest of the EUIC, and thank you for battling with me. So we're on to round 7. It is 5 o'clock in the evening, getting tired. I've already eaten sugar laces because I didn't pack any lunch today, but this is all good practice for knowing what to do in future events, because I am definitely determined to come again to more regionals and maybe some more UICs moving forwards.
Much later.
Right, so it's been a while since I've given an update, and I think we played 3 more rounds. So round 7, I think that was round 7 I've just played. I am not doing as well now. I've had 2 wins, 2 ties and 3 losses. I have played some really nice people though. Everyone's been rather lovely. I've gone up against quite a variety of decks, but the Zard matchup is still a coin flip, and I've lost both coin flips, so I've still not got a win against them. The last game though was against Zard, and the player was amazing. He was from Los Angeles, and it got down to game 3 in time with 1 prize each, and unfortunately I couldn't find the stuff I need. But that's how it goes. I'm still having a lot of fun though. I am starting to get quite a bit of a headache. I'm feeling very tired. It's gone 6:30, and I'm just trying to keep going. I just want to play the last 2 rounds just to say that I've completed them all. Emily, on the other hand,
Hiya!
Emily's got more wins than me.
I haven't done the update myself, but I went against a lovely Laura from London, and it was against a future deck, and she played so well. It was such a joy playing against you, lovely. I had a great time, and I just managed to get those cards into the discard to get up to 220 and take out Iron Crowns, Iron Leaves, and I did get the win. So thank you very much for playing. And it was good. I actually got 3 wins. I can't believe this.
I can't believe she's got 3 wins, and I'm still only on 2 wins. She has had more losses than me. I've had obviously the 2 ties, but that's how it goes. That is how it goes. My 2 ties have been against obviously that Pidgeot, Ursaluna, Stool, and Tinglu. At this stage of the tournament, hundreds of people had dropped out by this point, and the right side of the venue was looking rather empty as we were all tired and hungry. Emily, however, had a very eventful round 8.
So round 8, it was an extremely tough match. My opponent did so well, but they never turned up, so congratulations. Looks like I got an easy win.
5 minutes later.
And I've had the pleasure of having company with the UK. You're having a great time, lovely.
It's always amazing. Loved it last year, it's so worth coming down.
EK's been a friend long time, like several years. They do amazing craft. You should check out them on Instagram and Twitch, which we'll put links in the description below, so please be sure to go and check out the amazing EK craft. It's lovely seeing you as always, hun.
Always. And she's smashing it. She's crushing it.
4 wins! Let's see what the last round brings.
So I found a quiet space to move away from, so it was getting quite loud over there. Yeah, not good at all. Lost at the round. I think I scooped a bit too early. It was against Snorlax, and I scooped game 1 probably too early. I kind of just felt like I had such a bad opening hand, like opening with Iron Hand, like as my only basic, and starting off with Tuber Barrel, Electric Energy, Water Energy, like Cower Capture, Boss in hand, and then still not seeing any other basics, and then not seeing any other supporter for like 4 or 5 turns, and in the end I was just like, I'm just getting frustrated. I was like, it's probably just best to scoop, go game 2 and do better. Game 2 I did get down to 1 last prize, but like unfortunately by that point I'd lost all my super energy retrievals to like his Aries and the Misfortune Sisters and all the other stuff that Snorlax likes to play.
Snorlax isn't the best matchup. I know it's a winnable matchup because I'm playing like boss and prime catcher, and I just need to like be a bit more wary of my energy usage. But I think because of the early scoop, I shouldn't have scooped. I should have just played it through. But that's just my bad.
So that's it, round 9. I have had the most amazing first major event, and it's been amazing. My final round was against a lovely guy called Connor Value on Instagram, who we kind of thought, wait, we know each other. Turns out we both follow each other on Instagram, so that was really nice to see someone who actually we know from Instagram, so nice to see a familiar face. And it was up against Future, so Iron Crowns, Iron Hands, everything like that. I mean, I did beat one of those earlier, so I thought, okay, we'll see what happens. Didn't see a single Pokestop in both matches, which really cost me because I could have really done with discarding, getting up every turn, getting those cards and discard, but never mind, it happens. So I did lose that one, but hey, 4 out of 9 wins out of the whole weekend. I am not disappointed. It's been amazing. So that's it. We did it.
Day 1 down.
Day one down. Day one.
She's tired.
Day 1 down, and it's been amazing playing all those games. I don't think any of us have made day 2, so we're going to do a lot of exploring tomorrow instead, and lots of side events. Yes. So we'll do some posts tomorrow. We're going to go get some food. We're going to go pass out, and we'll go on to Saturday. Woo!
This time we started the day off right, waking up with no stress and eating a proper big breakfast to get us energized for the day.
Breakfast!
We then went back into the main venue to check out all the things we missed out yesterday, like the mini games and vendors, and of course, we started the day off with meeting Pikachu and Sprigatito, which was so much fun. We then next played some of the free mini games. We're just big kids at heart. Hey!
That was too slow. Use the force.
Who's that Pokemon?
It's Bulbasaur!
We found ourselves at the vendor corner just to see what we could find, and ended up finding a missing card that we never expected to see here. A sealed special delivery Pikachu, exclusive only to Canada. So we traded a bunch of cards out of our trade binder to bring the price down and got it for an absolute bargain of £75. That leaves us with only 7 cards left to complete the entire Sword and Shield promo set. And afterwards, Emily and Pixelmon were just in time to meet Quaxley. Unfortunately for Coco was injured, so couldn't come out to meet anyone, which I was especially gutted about. But once we'd finished meeting the mascots, we went to check on how the day 2 players were getting on, and the atmosphere was intense, as every one of these players were fighting for a place in the top cut. We even stayed to watch one of the feature matches on the main stage, Lost Box Tina versus Roaring Moon, and you can guess who Emily was cheering on, and especially happy when they won.
So we're at Discover Labs, where me and John don't know how to play Pokemon.
We've forgotten.
We've forgotten. You know, we've forgotten.
I did so badly, I need to relearn everything.
Yeah, we're done. We played Pokemon yesterday and we just don't remember. So let's go learn how to play Pokemon and see what happens.
Discovery Labs was a very popular area at EUIC, as this was the perfect place for anyone wanting to learn how the trading card game worked. There was many event team members teaching groups of 4 on the basics with 3 simple games: Pokecatch, Catch and Attack, and 30 card game. As you completed each section, you got to stick a stamp in your trader pass. I especially enjoyed seeing these different methods of teaching, as I know it can be very useful when teaching new players at our locals. It was also especially lovely to see Pixelmon teaching our mum the game and having a blast together. After our teacher John wrapped things up for us, he showed us to the end booth where we got to pick our choice of deck: Umbreon, Greninja or Lucario, as well as receiving a very exclusive Vaporeon pin which you could only receive after attending the teaching session. After wrapping things up, our group then headed back to the main hall where we got to sit and relax and chat to other players as well as play a couple of games against each other. As it was beginning to get late, we said goodbye to Pixelmon and her mum and headed back to the hotel where we could get some much needed food and properly put our feet up and relax after a long day of walking around. Go Pikachu!
Go Pikachu!
So it's the last day, guys. We're going to go in, hopefully see the finals at 1 o'clock, see who will be the champion of this weekend. We're going to look in the for like a little side event with some points. Then we can go to the prize pool and get some prizes. But overall, we're just going to enjoy our very last day here. It's been amazing. Have you had a great time?
Oh, I've had a blast. An absolute blast.
Right, who do you think's going to win?
More than likely it'd be Zard. Tord with Zard.
Fingers crossed. No Zard, but we'll see what happens. Okay.
It's not that I don't want Tord to win, it's that I don't want Zard to win. So we visited the prize pool, which had a great range of packs, including some older packs like Cosmic Eclipse, Lost Thunder, Sword and Shield Base, and Evolving Skies. So we took part in several side events, all of which we forgot to film. But after an hour of side events, we finally had over 200 points, which allowed us to pick up 2 Lost Thunder packs, which we were missing from our sealed collection. We may have missed the junior finals, but thanks to Pixelmon saving us some seats, we made it in time to see the seniors finals, which was Gabriel Fernandez, the winner of Worlds 2023, playing Ancient Box versus Benny Billinger, playing Charizard EX, so you all know who Emily was rooting for. After 2 very exciting games, Gabriel took the W with the Ancient Box in a strong showing, putting Ancient Box on the map.
So, senior finals. Rory Moon takes top. Now let's see what that means for my deck moving forward. But well done, Gabrielle. That was an amazing battle against Charizard. You crashed out that Charizard. Great stuff.
Before the Masters Division Finals, we were having a lot of fun spotting ourselves on the live broadcast and up on the big screen. Let us know down in the comments if you spotted us too. And then it was time for the grand final. Tord Reklev playing Charizard EX versus Isaiah Bradner playing Lost Zone Giratina. After a rough start for Isaiah with just an energy attachment and pass, Tord had a free setup and was able to keep control for most of the game until his barrel became locked in the active. And then we witnessed a bizarre moment where both players were continuing to draw and pass.
Over barrel to Isaiah, looking to try and find those cards. There's going to be passes back and forth quickly between the players as we accelerate towards a potential win condition for either player.
What is going on?
This is one opportunity for you, but Tord
What is going on?
to every out possible. Back and forth, finally hit a card he's wanted.
Found it.
But Tord knew he had an out with the Professor Tura scenario, allowing him to get the Charizard back into the active and forcing Isaiah into an unwinnable situation where he was forced to concede Game 1. Game 2, however, was a lot closer, but Tord, showing why he's the best Pokemon player in the world, manoeuvred his way to victory and became the EUIC champion.
Congratulations, you are the Masters TCG champion.
This format is certainly going to be shaken up now, and it'll be interesting to see the fallout from Tord's victory here at EUIC and how far can Charizard really go. Tord, humble as always, celebrating with his friends and family, he and the other champions have certainly left their mark on everyone competing here. And as we watched the trophy ceremony, we knew that that marked the end of this long Pokemon-filled weekend.
We've had the most amazing time here at our first ever EUIC, and it's been filled with so many exciting moments. Meeting up with so many friends in the community, battling it out against other players, and creating some long-lasting memories for us to look back on.
And that is it. EUIC London comes to a close. We've had an amazing time. We've battled.
We've won games, we've lost games, we've tied games, we've
Done side events, seen friends and lots of community members this weekend.
spent a lot of money.
We've enjoyed this event so much. It's really been an eye-opener, and it's actually made me more determined to get better at the card game and maybe go higher and beat my record.
Let's
for
see
this
if
term.
next time we can make day 2. And so that's it for us in London at the EUIC. Make sure you subscribe and like the video, and we'll see you guys in the next video.
Bye.
Bye.
Everyone.